Alright, much Abrew time, playing some Expertise Fuse Reanimator. Changed up the deck, made it more to my liking. I'm still a fan of the Through the Breach plan. I'm just so tired of having Eldrazi's rotting in my hand. So hopefully this will solve the problem. So let's Wooded Foothills, crack Wooded Foothills, get a Stomping Grounds untapped, and lead on Noble Hierarch. This hand's actually pretty good. We just have turn 2 Brain, turn 3 Sram's Expertise Spec Call. Assume you don't get Thoughtseize. I did not change up the sideboard. Maybe I should have. Alright, Bolt on our Hierarch. There's a Breach. Well, Windswept Heath, crack it. Get our Plains, and let's just Brain. Pass the turn. Sulfur Falls for our opponent. Spreading Seas, our red source. Yep. Another Breaking entering. Well, Sacred Foundry tapped. Pass the turn. Scalding Tarn for our opponent. Well, take up our Brain. Jeez. And a Bet Call. Well, pass the turn. See if we can get our opponent to tap out. Crack Scalding Tarn. The scary part is we can't activate Brain on 2 twice in a row. Otherwise, we could just activate End Step. If our opponent counters, activate again. But that doesn't work with this. Another Spreading Seas. Well, I think we still got to activate. And let's just Breaking Entering. See if our opponent counters. There's the Remand. Well, if we draw a white source or a fetch land, another Breach. Alright, so this means we got to pass the turn. These Spreading Seas, I guess, aren't hurting us too much yet. It is kind of keeping us from being able to cast Sram's Expertise. Serum Visions for our opponent. Bottom and bottom. Serum Visions again. Top and bottom. Do they have blue mana? They do. Oh. Saheeli Rai. Well, hopefully we just win next turn. Takes up Saheeli. So we know what our opponent's doing. They're copycatting. But we get to scry with Brain. Back down to 1 counter. We'll keep Windswept Heath. This is actually interesting. So we can Brain in the Jar for Beck Call. If we hit... Man, we have all of our fatties in our deck, though. Our odds of hitting one have got to be pretty high. And that's just safer. So let's do that. Windswept Heath. Crack it. Get another card out of our deck. We'll just take another... Actually, let's take Temple... Well, we'll take Sacred Foundry. And we will get it tapped. Brain in a Jar. Fuse our Bet Call. Targeting us. We really need a hit. Oh my goodness. Well, get him Dryad Arbor. I think we got pretty unlucky. Oh God. We had we had 9, I believe, hits in our deck. 3 Grizzlebrands, 4 Emeralds, 2 Ulamogs. That's 9 out of a pretty small number of cards, but it wasn't meant to be. Unfortunately, the sideboard does not do anything, so we run it back. All right. Well, this hand is actually good if our bird lives. If our bird lives, we can turn 2 Beck Call. So get a Stomping Grounds, untapped, and Birds of Paradise. Well, let's see. Let's see if bird lives. Steam Vents. Oh, it's going to die. Yep. There's a Lightning Bolt. Tap land, go. Well, we put our opponent to the test, and they had the answer. There's only so much we can do about that. Opponent plays Rest in Peace. Pretty annoying. We draw an Emrakul. Dead card. Yeah, this was so close to being good. It looks like our opponent just has the nuts, though. Saheeli. Scries to the bottom. And we keep running, well. Saheeli, Scries. Game would have been different if we had drawn that land. Or not, our opponent had not had that bolt. Well, Bloodstained Mire, crack Bloodstained Mire. Now we get to get our stuff countered, which is pretty miserable. Sacred Foundry, so we finally do our land. Exile Simian Spirit Guide, cast a Sram's Expertise. Opponent remands, draws another card. Is it the Copycat to kill us? Takes up Saheeli, scries to the bottom. Spreading Seas, one of our white sources, so now we have to draw a white land to even try Sram's Expertise. It's an Ulamog. Pass the turn. Snapcaster for our opponent. Gonna get the beatdowns going. Well, I guess we get to see the good and bad of this deck. We had the win in game 1, 85%er, but it wasn't meant to be. Now we're just discarding hand size and doing absolutely nothing, losing to Saheeli. Opponent bolts our face. Down to 2, and that's the game. Well, I mean, what can you do? You can't fight the magic gods. Yeah, good game.